What is going on, guys? We have second inform Parejo ready to review coming next. So going into this card, I didn't even realize he had a normal inform. I thought this was going to be his first, but it turns out it's his second inform for Parejo. He had an 87, then also he has got an 87 UCL card. So he plays for Valencia, and as you can see from the team, he's already in there with Williams. You'd have seen that video before, hopefully anyway, but I'll link that in the description. Make sure you go check that out because another great player coming from the Spanish league. So going into some basic information from him, he is obviously in the La Liga for Valencia. He is the Spanish walkout that people always get. 3-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot. He's right-footed, 6 foot. He's got a low defensive work rate and a medium attacking work rate, which, to be honest, you don't really see a lot. And it's a weird one to see because he's kind of in the middle, which I'll get on to in the rest of the review. So, looking at his price range, at the minute I'm doing this review right at the bat, pretty much a couple of hours after he's come out into packs. He is sitting at 94.5k on Xbox and 112 on PlayStation currently. So, realistically, I can see that dropping through the night. I can probably see, I'm going to call it about 85k by Thursday morning, and then potentially he may go up again depending on the pack weight for him, but he is an 88 rated in form, so he potentially could just stay there, and that's his price for the minute. But I think over FUT Champs he probably won't go up too much. I don't think this card's really going to be used in FUT Champs at the moment, just because there realistically is so many midfielders that people can choose from now. Like literally in the team that I've got at the minute, without him in it, I've got a 91 Isco, a 91 Cruz, and 88 Casemiro. So for him to fit in, it just ain't happening for many people at the minute. But we'll get back into that in the overall review. So looking at some basic stats. So he does have a really nice rounded stats. The only one that stands out for me that really is a pain in the arse is his pace. It's only 50, which really isn't great at all, but there is a way around that, which I'm going to get into after we've done the attributes. So, like I said, 50 pace, which gives him 54 acceleration and 45 sprint speed, which is just painful to say. But he does have some nice other stats, which we're going to get into. So, dribbling-wise, we've got 83 reactions, 87 ball control, 83 dribbling, and 80 composure. Pretty average, pretty nice. Then we have shooting. 85 positioning, 82 finishing, 82 shot power, 86 long shots, and 87 penalties. Again, really nice stat. I think that's very well rounded for him. Then we have 74 physicality, which gives us an 81 stamina, 75 strength, and then not really a lot of aggression or jumping from him. But and also he does have 84 interceptions, which is always nice to see, especially on a midfielder, in fact, as well. So the big stat, the one everyone's coming for, is his passing. He does have a whopping 90 passing. So 87 vision, 85 crossing, 92 free kick accuracy, 92 short passing, 88 long pass, and 91 curve. So you add a finisher card onto this, and oh god, there's a nice shot coming from this kid, because that means his long shots will go up. Obviously his curve is already ridiculous. So there is things to do, and that is where we're going to go into the overall rating of this card. I think the main thing to definitely play around with this card, if you have got him untradeable, tradable, what have you, I definitely try some different chemistry styles. Personally, I put an engine on this card because I wanted him as that passer. I think he plays a central midfielder very, very well, and that is the issue with my attackers and midfielders, sorry, at the minute, is I've got Casemiro, who is clearly a defensive. I think he can play everything, but he is mainly the defensive midfielder. I have Cruz, that really is the central midfielder. And then I have Isco, who is basically a striker at that 91 rated. There's not very many central midfielders. And that is the biggest downfall, is the fact that his pace is so shit that it annoys me, the fact that is what's holding this card back. You add 70 pace on that, literally just a 20 increase, and it would be phenomenal. The rating on this is ridiculous. The passing's great, the positioning's great. Just in general, this midfielder would be so good with a little bit more pace. I'm not even asking for 80, 90. I'm asking for maybe low 70s, and this card would be absolute OP. The passing on him is fantastic. He does have a necessarily good shot. He does score in this game, which is always nice to see. And I think the awareness of him, the positioning mainly is what I really like from this card. He's always in that nice role, always them 1-2s with the left back / left striker. Because I play this formation in a 4-1-2-1-2 when I go into game, so I do have him in the left centre mid, as obviously he is right-footed with a 4-star weak foot. The skill moves in him, not too fussed about him. Central midfielders, all I really wanted to was passive for him, and that is what he did great. So, overall rating on this card, I've given him a 7.8. Mainly the decrease is mainly just the fact that he isn't foot champs ready for me. I think there's so many cards, and this is what's getting difficult to rate people now, is there is so many cards that are better than everyone else that you physically just can't give them the rating, because you could be like, oh yeah, but Team of the Year De Bruyne is better. Well, no shit. the problem is the fact that that is the fact of it. There's so many different midfielders in this game that are better than this card, so that is why I've downgraded him to a 7.8. And then also the major other factor is just his pace isn't great. I think if he had a little bit more, I could really see this card going somewhere, but without it, I think it really lacks that issue. The strength of this card, though, what got him to the 7.8 personally, is he has got great awareness. He has got a stunning pass on him. He can definitely float a ball across. He's got good I've already said awareness, good shooting. I think that's pretty average, and it's okay for a striker, a midfielder, so I'm happy with that. And then overall, this card just feels nice. He's 6 foot, but I think the downfall is the fact that he is very average when it comes to pace, and realistically, there's so many other options that really this just gets left in the dust, and that is my honest opinion. I think he would be good if, say, you haven't got any of the special cards. I'd definitely go pick him up. Possibly, I would probably wait until Monday at the very least, just because there's probably no point you putting in your foot champs team, because you've got to get used to this card. He's something a bit different. I don't think he's very much alike many other centre mids. That is my personal opinion. There's probably a lot of people raging the fact that they're saying like, oh no, but this is like him, and he's like him, and he's like. I'm like, yeah, but this is what I think with this card. I really just think he's a very special, unique card to use, in the fact that the pace is very, very low, but the other attributes of this card is very high. So, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you've used him. Let me know if you've used this first inform. What do you reckon? Is there much of a difference? I think looking at the stat-wise, there's two pace increase, 2 shooting, 1 passing, 1 dribbling, 1 defending, and 2 physical. 2 pace, that is mad. What is his first card? 47 pace? Nah. So, let me know if you've used him. What do you think of him? Is he very much different in that aspect? And make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you for the next one. Peace!